Well, today is the 15th of August, 2021, and I fired up the old GoPro. It took me a while to figure out how to operate it again. It's been sitting unused for several months, but I got it mounted on my helmet, and I think I got the angle pretty close. Probably could be maybe up a little higher, just a tad, I'm not sure. We'll see how this works out. Anyway, I'm going to ride my bike over to Johnny's place, and I'm going to go down Cook Street and show you what they're doing. They've been working on Cook Street. That's the street where I grew up on, and they've had it ripped up all summer, and they are replacing it with little cobblestones. Up here, this is Jefferson Street. This goes past the hospital, and they've had that ripped up for weeks and weeks, and now it's open again. So this is a nice smooth road now. It used to be just a terror to drive up with all the potholes. And we'll just go up the sidewalk here, and here to the right is where my childhood friend Mark Haynes grew up, in this big house to the right. And off to the left, this brick house is where I grew up from about, up until about the age 4, maybe 4 or 5. That was my grandparents' place. We'll get another look at it here when I go down the drive. Nice big brick house. And up here to the left is the top of Cook Street, which is still impassable. They've got it blocked off. The top portion anyway. The bottom portion I think is open now. We'll go down the sidewalk here. You see that brick house off to your right? That's where Johnny grew up, Johnny Dessel. And anyway, you can see how they got the street ripped up. And now as we get down here a little further, you'll see where they finished it off with the bricks or blocks or cobblestones or whatever they call them. As we get down here, yeah. But anyway, here off to the right, down here, yeah, see, those are those cobblestones or whatever they call them, blocks. In this portion, the street is open now. You got to go from the east to get on out. This house off to the right here, up here at the top of the hill, that's where Ricky Carbon grew up, one of my best friends growing up. And then down here to the right is the house where when I moved from my grandparents in about 54, I think, I was in there for 2 or 3 years, right here at Cook Street, 130 Cook Street. And this little house here is where I first saw color TV. It wasn't much at color TV though. It was just 3 bands of red, green, and blue. Anyway, up here to the left is the old elementary school where I went to school. And we're heading over to Johnny's right now. When you ride a bike, you see a lot of things that you don't normally notice. Houses and little alleys and roads. So I'm surprised at the things I'm noticing in West Union that I'd never noticed before. But a bike is a great way to get around, get some exercise. I've always enjoyed riding a bike, even as a kid. Used to ride all over. Okay, we turn left up here. And I'm not sure what this street's called. But there's an incline, and when I get coasting here, I can just break 20 miles an hour, which doesn't sound too fast, but on a bike, when you're 70 years old, it seems awful fast. So right down here, there's some cars off to the right. Just when we get to those cars is when I'm hitting about 20 miles an hour, about right here. And it's downhill here quite a ways yet, so this is kind of a nice break, catch your breath. Now here they got a road closed sign up. I don't quite understand that, but that's up there, that's up most of the time. Usually there's some cats around here, so I always look, see if I can spot a kitty or two. It doesn't look like I see any today. And down here there's a little bridge, and a couple days ago when we had that terrible windstorm, I guess a tree went over and smashed part of the railing on this bridge. We'll see if we can see that off to the left here. If we look. Oh, there it is, yeah, off to the left. Must have come down on that pretty hard. Now we turn to the right up here. That's a pretty good little hill. So you get some good aerobic exercise going up this hill. So you'll hear me panting pretty good. Up here you can kind of hear Chip barking in the background. That's Johnny's dog. I think it's Chip. And up to the left here is Johnny's place here. Right on there, that's his place. As we go around the corner here, you'll see he had a tree or a big limb go down too as a result of that windstorm we had on the, I think it was Tuesday the 10th. Take a look here to the left. He's just going to have that whole tree taken down, I guess. Anyway, so this is about a mile, a little over a mile ride, so thought you might be interested in some of the back streets here. Well, hello there, Chipper, Chip, Chip, Chip. Chipper, Chip, Chip, Chip. Chipper, Chip, Chip, Chip. Chipper, Chip, Chip, Chip. Chipper.